Yes, sir.
You mind to do the roll call?
Mr. Elder.
Here.
Mr. Wicker. Mr. Bishop.
Here.
Mr. Quell. Here. And Mr. Masterson.
Here.
You have one.
Thank you, Chad.
Better late than never.
We lost a couple members of our community this past week. I would like to take a moment of silence for Mr. Sonny Pickrell and what's his, can't think of his name right off, Mr. Claypool.
Oh,
Big
John
John
Claypool, yep.
Thank you.
So Miss Denise Fogel.
Yeah, Denise
main
Fogel
member at
also
the,
was
Community Action for years.
appreciate a moment of silence for those folks. Thank you all, appreciate it. First item on the agenda is to consider approval of minutes of the previous meeting held Thursday, December the 5th, 2016.
Motion.
Second. Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Quell. Yes. Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker. Unanimous.
The second item on the agenda is something that kind of happened to us the last few weeks, I guess, or the last week of the year. We had something brought to our attention about, we had some equipment that we used for EMS and for emergency services and fire and rescue. The tire up at the top of Scotch Ridge was changed ownership, and Mr. Elder was contacted by a gentleman, so we're kind of in a situation. So what we got here is consider approval to allow Thomas Peavy, doing business as DTA Tires, to relocate receivers that are currently located on our tire in Raywick. We have since then had an issue. Mr. Cowell has contacted some other folks, and we've got another location that we're going to put them at. So Mr. Peavy's agreed to take them down and relocate them for $1,000. And
Yeah, so I think the bottom line is that the main transmitter for all our public safety or first responders, the main transmitters up here on the city's tower at Sulphur Springs Road behind the landfill, okay? So this tower has remote receivers, which helps fill in the coverage areas for specifically the Raywick and the Loretta area, or Holy Cross down through there. So, yeah, it's a situation where the gentleman that just bought the tower has given us pricing that he requires for rental. I'm sure it's fair in his mind, but I think that I would agree that I think it would be best to move forward and allow Mr. Peavy to take the equipment down. Work on, we'll run a propagation study on the site that you located, Mr. Coyle. And once we run that propagation study, make sure that it's going to serve the purpose for the first responders, then we can get it put up there. So, and then one thing about it is that when we do have Mr. Peavy remove the equipment, make sure that, I would suggest that officer, we make sure that we have proof of insurance and so forth, just, you never know. So just make sure we have proof of insurance, as well as an agreement on the amount and what the work is for. Very simple, just a simple agreement for him to sign. And I think it'd be good for both parties. And then when we locate the new location, if the propagation works correctly on it, then we'll work with that agency to get some type of MOU or some type of agreement, so to protect both parties. Okay.
Need a motion on that?
yeah, we do.
Motion. Second. Yes.
Mr. Masterson.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop. Mr. Wicker. Yes. Mr. Elder.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Appreciate y'all's help with that, because that kind of got thrown on us, I think,
Last minute.
Friday before Christmas is when
Yeah.
when they basically told us that we had to come off the tire. So it's kind of hard to find somebody to do that kind of work in Marion County or any other county, to be honest with you. So we're kind of at their mercy. So hopefully this will get worked out and won't cost us a lot of money to do so. Third item on the agenda is consider approval to allow Marion County Fiscal Court to develop a Facebook social media page for informational purposes only. An example would be a holiday schedule, sanitation collection information, meeting notices, just anything going on in the county that people need to know. You know, we had a couple changes this past holiday with a couple days off that we had, and we got a lot of calls, and if we had that, it would be another benefit to us to get it out there to the people, what's going on in the community.
You know,
So
the only question I have, will I be able, I don't have Facebook, but I might get it. If I get Facebook too, will I be able to private message you? I think is what will you
I
private
guess you
message
could
the judge
private
on that?
message
Does that
Amy
work
out
private
here,
on
yeah.
Facebook?
But you can block certain ones too.
I don't think it
You
does.
can
Might
block people
block
too?
you, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, forget it. I'm done, never mind.
I'm not sure Facebook's not the first cousin to tweet.
Sounds like you know a lot about both.
Yeah.
Tweet. You're Donald Trump.
Twitter.
You have a second?
Not yet.
Second.
Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
Mr. Elder,
Yes.
Mr. Quill,
Yes.
Mr. Wicker,
Yes.
Mr. Marshall.
Yes.
Unanimous.
And that is free, so that's even better. Item number 4, consider approval of the $19,800 to Protect Metal Fabrication for the recycling bins. This is 100% reimbursed by the recycling grant that Keith Brock wrote for us earlier this year. So
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Wicker,
Yes.
Mr. Marshall.
Yes.
Mr. Quill,
Yes.
Mr. Elder. Yes. Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Department reports. Jimmy, you got anything? I'd like you to give us a report.
Kenworth truck, we need to do some work with the motor of it. Can't really know what the problem is, so we start on it. If it's just a head, it might be 9,000. And if we can get an exchange on the head, it could be 6,500. If it's good. And if we gotta go further, it might be 16,000.
That's, well, you're losing coolant?
Yeah.
And that's our primary, that truck serves multiple purpose.
Yeah.
It pulls the backhoe, but also in case the primary truck for the,
Well, in holidays too, we pull garbage.
gotcha.
It's back up to our transfer truck too.
A new engine's a lot more than that, so.
Motion to approve up to $16,000 expenditure with
That-
with final approval of the county judge and yourself.
Second.
I got a question. You're saying maybe up to 16,000. Is that an arbitrary number or some kind of concrete number? Would it be more than that?
No, it'll be no more than that. They'll put sleeves and stuff in if we have to go that deep. Hope we don't have to go that deep.
Let's put it this way, it better not be, because he's getting approved for 16,000. Very simple.
I was gonna say, we want to be,
Yeah, if a little bit more, I'll have to go out to bid.
I
That's
remember
right.
somebody putting
Thank you.
plugs in one cost them $5,000 or $6,000.
all right. I don't want you starting this thing and not have enough.
I understand.
Can't go over 20,
Sounds like
no.
you got plenty though, don't you think?
That's the worst case scenario, what it's saying. So I'm sure that should take care of
As
it.
long as that's worst case scenario, good.
Mr. Elder, you good with that?
I'm fine with that.
Mr. Bishop?
Yes.
Mr. Marshall?
I'm delighted.
Mr. Wicker?
Yes.
Mr. Quill?
Yes.
Unanimous.
Anything else, Jimmy? Everything go all right today? Your salt trucks work okay?
Good deal.
Thank y'all for the
Um,
holiday. I know
on that,
y'all are extra busy.
Real quick, Jimmy, if we do get more snow and so forth, out there on the district that's out, say, past St. Rose Road and out in that area and so forth, just make sure you put all the salt you can on Sam Brown and Toad Mangley Road.
I thought that was Washington
Okay.
County.
Who's
Hey, I'll take it from wherever, but just make sure you put all the salt you can, okay?
Appreciate trying to get that first.
Yeah, God bless you.
Up on load.
I'm glad I made that motion, thank you.
Anything else, Jimmy?
No, thank y'all.
Thank you,
all.
Jason.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Garrett, both.
One thing I wanted to tell you folks is we finally finished the debris management plan. This is, I've got several bound copies of it. Took 2 copies today over to City of Lebanon, and one, the original, was submitted to FEMA, Frankfurt, and they're going to coordinate submitting it to the federal authority to get it approved. I've got 1 copy here for road plan. Judge already has his copy, and I have some more available if you all want to see them, but, it's just, you got a copy of it before, which pretty much
Is it, do I understand correctly that, for example, Mr. Rakes and Mr. Garrett are to read that, and then there will be a test over that information? Okay, which is directly tied to payment and all that.
Maybe they can come back and report to us what it all it says.
Yeah, if you want to, Jimmy, if you'd like to review that maybe in a couple of weeks, give us an update and a report on it, it'd be great.
See if we need to make any changes.
I want to say right back at you on
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty thick.
I didn't get
You
a, hey,
better
I
start.
didn't get a copy, so that's
Yeah.
okay.
It's pretty thick, pretty.
You do have that, do you have that in soft copy or in a thumb drive?
No, I do not. Well, no, we put it on the flash drive.
That's what I'm,
Email it to me.
yeah,
There you go.
It's a big.
it's okay, I can handle a biggie, I got a biggie computer.
Email it to Karen's here today. If you have any questions first, she gave a report and your packet.
We're about to finally get all the 911 wiped out.
In the old business, new business, we got a couple roads we're gonna discuss.
Oh.
We could do it now, I guess.
No, I was just about to report about the Holy Cross
If you
deal.
like, we can go ahead and bring it up.
You wanna go ahead and talk about the, issue out on Josh Cox Road and, the loop, Pope's Creek Loop?
Sure. We'll start with Post Creek Loop. You know, when they put the Bradfordsville New Road, the addition through there, they renamed the loop that goes by Dr. Angel and 3 other structures, Pope's Creek Loop. And it actually loops back around. But the people who lived on that road, Doc Angel and those others, kept their original Bradfordsville Road address, the physical address, like 4432 Pope's Creek Loop. Well, Pope's Creek Loop is only less than a mile around through there, so the physical number was incorrect. The name was correct. So we're going to really have to, we've already arranged it, Sharon and I have arranged it and reassigned those numbers. And they can keep Pope's Creek Loop, but they're not going to have that number. Now, the reason we do that is because when they put the new road through, there is an island of trees between them and Pope's Creek Loop, and there's actually an entrance or two.
There's actually a house on that.
That may.
Dennis May lives in that, between there. Dennis May's house is actually between the one end and the other, on that Bradesville Highway.
Right, and we probably at some point would have to assign addresses off of Bradesville Highway on that
Stretch.
stretch through that. So it's not according to our ordinance for them to keep the 4,400 and the high numbers for both Creek Loop. So I need your all's permission to change that.
We were gonna. I know we talked about it a little bit before and said to wait till after the New Year's to get through Christmas and all their Christmas cards.
I see no way around it.
No, I agree with you.
That's the first thing. The other one concerns Josh Cox Road. And that goes up Bradesville Highway too, and I'll kind of give you a visual presentation of how that lays. Josh Cox Road turns off of Bradesville Highway, and it goes down, it goes by Jason Pittman's and Stephanie Pittman's, and then takes a right and goes past Joe Denny Ratlene on Josh Cox Road. According to the mapping, the current map that we have, Josh Cox Road actually begins where Jason Pittman and Stephanie lives.
The old 49.
This little loop, or this little short spur, has no name, and they really have incorrect addresses, because the Pittmans are addressed off of Bradfordsville Highway. Now what was that, Terry?
The state actually names it like Old Bradfordsville Road #1.
Something like that. So they have a name. But we put the Josh Cox Road sign out on Bradfordsville Highway,
Yeah.
which is correct.
Right.
It should be there.
Your addresses are
We
incorrect
went out
numbers.
and we ranged Josh Cox Road, beginning at Bradfordsville Highway, going in and going past Pittman's and making a right. That's the way we should do it, because that way only 4 people are going to have to change their address. So the Pittman's and one other one on that short spur, and then on the left dead end spur, there's 2 other houses that will be addressed off of Josh Cox Road.
We also have to name that road, don't, or they do or something, or the little short dead end road with,
After Keith kind of relooked at it, and because there's only 2 houses on that spur.
okay.
It'll stay part of just
Give them
one.
Josh Cox Road.
It'll stay Josh Cox Road too.
Good.
Add another home to that
Yeah, we don't-
spur, then-
Yeah, okay. I didn't,
If we do a third house, then they have to name the spur.
okay.
Now, by doing that, by changing those 4 and bringing Josh Cox Road range out to Bradfordville Highway, nobody past the Pittmans will have to change their address. Now, if we leave it beginning at Pittman's going on Josh Cox Road, and everybody out Josh Cox Road's gonna have to change their address because the range will be wrong. It's an incorrect range the way it is right now. And I've analyzed it, looked at it every way in the world. So, we need to name it Josh Cox Road, as it goes off of Bradfordville Highway, goes down and makes a right. Even the little dead end spur will still be Josh Cox Road.
People on that road will be, address will be that, yeah.
But I need kind of your old blessing to do that.
Well, I would defer to Masher Wicker, seeing how that's his district. So.
That's not my district.
Oh, I'm sorry, is that Masher
Don't,
Quails?
please don't add any more to me.
Is that Masher Quails? Oh, well, Masher Quail, let's defer to
Hey,
you.
let me reply to what you said a while ago about the tweet. Looks like you know a lot about the districts.
Yeah, there you go. I can't tweet that. So what's your thought, Masher Quail?
Yeah, we've been talking with the people out there, and I'll get with Keith, and we'll, but
You need a motion to do it?
you're saying if, believe their road number's the same, Joe Denny and all them, the road name will be the same.
They'll stay the same.
Their numbers and name will stay the
There's a
same.
variance there that they
That's
allow.
what,
How long?
are they within the,
They're-
If we do it like we recommend,
Uh-huh.
Sharon and I recommend, only 4 people are gonna have to change their address.
yeah, that's good.
If we don't do that, then everybody's gonna have to change their address, and we're gonna have to name that little loop, that little spur.
Spur,
So really it boils down, do you want to make 4 upset, or do you want to upset the whole road?
Absolutely.
right, the least the better,
You need a motion to do that, Keith?
Please, pardon?
You need a motion?
Yes.
yeah. Motion
In order to put it on my.
Second.
to straighten it all out.
Now, is that for both Pope's Creek and Josh Cox? Get them both
Yeah, the
done?
Pope's Creek just involves the numbers.
Is the motion on both of them, no way?
Motion for Keith to get with them and to
Sharon said there's 4 on Pope's
4
Creek Road.
residences on
Pope's Creek.
the loop, it's Post Creek Loop.
Yeah, on
Gotcha.
the Post Creek.
Loop and Josh Cox Road. Sounds good.
I thought it was Jackie's too.
Wow. I've seen him down there working, that's why I thought.
Well, I work on
The reason for that is, you know,
Yeah.
the reason we gotta do it is for EMS. I mean, that's the main reason.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
it's
doing
all-
it.
yeah,
People
exactly.
get upset about it, but at the end of the day, if you can't find somebody, that's why we're having to do this. It's kinda confusing if you got an ambulance driver not from here that's going to Josh Cox Road and,
Hey, I've lived there my entire life, and that stuff comes up now, but I said scratch my head.
Yeah.
yeah, so
27 years.
we're trying to help is what.
It
you
is
know,
amazing, isn't it?
People, yeah,
Well, this whole thing is for the safety of the
it is.
public. I mean, it's,
That's-
Well, that Pope's Creek Loop one just came up. And me and Sharon have looked at those 2 instances that we just talked about, and we've analyzed them every way backward, forward, and that's the least offensive way.
Sounds good.
In our ordinance.
Sounds good. We have a
vote
motion.
on that?
You got a second on that?
Yeah, Masher Wicker, second that. Correct.
His driveway
I made the
goes
motion,
off
Steve said.
All right.
Bradford and off Post Creek.
Yeah.
He wants to keep his
Well, see, he's on the other side of the road though. He'll still have to change his number.
Anyway,
Can you enter off Bradfordville?
Yeah, well, that's his Cletus,
David's,
David,
what happened
but
there?
keep his Bradfordville.
not really, because he's gonna be on the left.
Yeah, he's on the left
Right.
side of Pope's Creek there.
See, right now, he's on the right, Pope's Creek loop. If you use the Bradfordville Highway, he's gonna be on the left.
Yeah, we can change that one without.
But, well, first we need to talk to him, because he's set in his ways, like me.
All right.
All right, we have a motion, a second.
I do.
Let's go, let's roll.
I've got Mr. Quayle.
Yes.
Mr. Wicker.
Yes.
Mr. Master.
Yes.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes.
Mr. Adams.
Yes.
Unanimous.